Prime Minister calls on Barbadians to use the independence celebrations as a time for reflection. St. Lucy's parish ambassadors steal the show. And in sports, a former national basketballer is laid to rest.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Well, a very good evening to you. I'm Sophia Cambridge with this Sunday, November 22nd edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, as Barbados approaches another independence anniversary, Prime Minister Frundle Stewart says there's a lot which citizens should be thankful for. He adds the celebrations should be used as a time for self-examination as a country. The Prime Minister was speaking at the DLP's 60th anniversary independence service held at the Faith New Testament Church of God at Curtains in St. Philip this morning. There, 6 party members from St. Philip North, South and West branches received awards for their contributions.
We have to do some looking backward. We're also going to have to do some looking inward. We're going to have to ask ourselves, what are those features of Barbadian life that we need to discard as quickly as possible? Not everything that has been happening around us in recent times or over the last 49 years has been a source of great comfort, satisfaction, or pleasure for us.
And the Prime Minister also wants Barbadians to always put God at the forefront of their lives.
Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, we must not forget to look upward, because that's where our help really comes from. We cannot, as we go forward, be imbued with any spirit of fear. We heard it from Sister Connolly. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. We can't face the future as people who have no hope.
And the sermon was delivered by President of the Ladies' Ministries at the Faith New Testament Church of God, Beverly Connolly. She told the congregation that parents are to blame for the deviant behaviour which their children are displaying. She maintains that some parents need help to raise their children.
I believe that parents are to be blamed, and all who here representing parents, sorry. But parents have to take some of the blame. Not the school, not the government, sorry ministers, not the church. Sometimes you speak to the children and the parents tell you, well, you don't leave my child alone, my child is the only child that, come on. Speak to the children, speak to them.
And Ms. Connolly adds that children's rights should not prevent parents from instilling discipline in a non-abusive manner.
Children have rights, but their rights come with responsibilities. Tell them they have to be respectful to people who are set in position. You have to speak to people, say good morning. There's nothing wrong with saying good morning.
Roosevelt King, affectionately known as Ty, has been lauded as a true champion of the poor. The tribute has come from former government minister and MP for St. Michael's South East and lifelong friend Hamilton Lashley. He was speaking at a memorial service to celebrate Mr. King's life at the Queen's Park Steel Shed. Mr. King, who was Mr. Lashley's personal assistant, was hailed as a man for all seasons, who was rich in spirit, passionate and dedicated to the poor and their communities. Relatives, friends and several associations, including Dancing Africa and the Pinelands Creative Workshop, paid tribute to the former Secretary General of the Barbados Association of Non-Governmental Organizations. He passed away on the 9th of November.
I remember also Ty King as a very serious community practitioner. If there's one thing that you could say about Ty King, is that Ty King loved helping people. Ty King was passionate, particularly about poor people, the disenfranchised. the disabled, those most vulnerable sectors.
And Member of Parliament for St. Michael East, Trevor Prescott, described Mr. King as a consummate working-class man who never deviated from his origins. Mr. Prescott adds that Mr. King was not interested in wealth, but in the development of poor people.
I also know Thai. As a Caribbean man, every issue, public issue that touched the heart or affects the life of working class Caribbean people, Thai would always connect with the subject matter.
Well, the most outstanding parish ambassadors for Barbados for 2015 hail from St. Lucie. The two young people who represented the parish walked away with the top honours when the annual programme climaxed last night. We get more in this Peter Thorne story.
The most outstanding parish ambassadors for 2015.
Can we have a drum roll, please? Hailing from the parish,
Santa Lucia,
St. Lucie.
Donico Griffith and Dancia Cumberbatch have been crowned as the most outstanding parish ambassadors for 2015. The St. Lucie duo, who took hundreds gathered at the Wilde Gymnasium on a journey to Destination 439, could not contain their joy when the announcement was made at the Spirit of the Nation show. Culture Minister Stephen Lashley presented them with their trophy as they were surrounded by family and friends from the Northern Parish. Donico and Dancia also won the Best Parish Project. St. James copped second place in the Parish Ambassadors competition, represented by Joanna Perry and Ade O'Neill. Wells, Christchurch, Latrice Seal and Zico John took third place. St. Michael's, Carrie Ann Bourne and Christopher Harris copped the fourth place in the competition. The competition was a culmination of months of preparation by the parish ambassadors for the November showpiece. Peter Thorne, CBC News.
And congratulations to St. Lucie there. Education Minister Ronald Jones says tremendous talent exists in the youth of Barbados. He made the comments at the graduation ceremony for the class of 2015 at the A. Gaynor Barbados program at the Hilton Hotel last evening. 143 young people graduated from that program this year, and that's up from 77 who graduated last year. The initiative is designed to equip young people with technical and practical skills to meet the demands of today's world. Minister Jones wants parents to embrace the goals of young people while encouraging them and loving them.
Talent exists in our young people. Just let us give them the chance. Let us give them the opportunity. The exit point is not what we do. We don't push our young people towards the exit point, which means get out of here. But understand the difficulties that confront them and try to resolve those difficulties in a patient, loving, and understanding way.
And Minister Jones also wants businesses and various government departments to embrace internships for young people. He says they need a support base. The Education Minister urged the graduates to celebrate their success while learning from their challenges.
When you get an opportunity, let your light shine brighter than any other light in existence. And I've had examples of that with schools and their outreach to their communities and their skills program and the World of Work experience programs from all of our schools who participate in those activities, from SJPP and other programs. Don't go back, I want you here, because you've demonstrated something.
And George Carrington was voted most improved participant in the program. He commended the authorities for the initiative, saying they've learned vital lifelong skills that will serve them well in the future.
We learned communication, teamwork, and other skills, too numerous to mention. Without you, we would not have had this opportunity. To our parents, guardians, and mentors, we say a special thank you for being supportive and patient. Your advice, guidance, and quarreling has helped. So don't give up. Believe it or not, we are actually listening. To the companies and institutions who deliver training and internships, thank you for an unforgettable experience. It has been hard work but enjoyable at the same time.
Well, over 800 dancers took to the streets yesterday in the court's 50th anniversary float parade. Traffic came to a virtual standstill in the city as hundreds lined the streets of Bridgetown to get a glimpse of the dancing snowmen, elves, pirates, angels, marching bands, fairy tale characters, and of course Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Court's commercial director, Peter Ellis, explained that the parade is the company's way of giving back to the country.
It's a really special time for us. It's 50 years of bringing value home to the nation. And we think that this is the right time and the right way to really celebrate with Barbadians in where it began for Courts, which is right in Bridgetown. And we are glad to be here this evening to just have this parade.
Well, as you would expect, the 7 floats were also a hit with the children.
The parade was awesome. I like Santa Claus. And I like the angels too. And the pirates. And it was good. The Christmas things was fun. I liked all the things that I saw. I wish I could be in it. I saw Santa Claus and he threw me a present. And I think it was a very wonderful parade. Next time I'm coming back.